I'm going to click record. Okay. So, Nathaniel, remind me your username.
Game Master 67.
That is right. I have played you many times before. Okay, 67.
Especially that time that you almost lost.
I don't remember such a thing.
I remember such a thing.
I don't remember such a thing.
I want
Alright.
to see that.
So, Moose
That was
my Moose.
just against Edward. Against
Yeah, I
Edward.
want to see Evan almost losing.
Edward. No, Edward didn't almost
Camila, could you have your
lose.
camera on, please?
Edward.
Camila, camera on, please.
Edward.
Okay. So, well, look, okay, I was hoping there would be one game against someone else who's in this breakout room, which there wasn't, but no problem.
Edward.
Oh, good. Sorry, I was trying to find my water because I really needed it. Okay.
Who is this against?
So we're going to go very, very, very quickly through this game, and we're going to have some fun. Okay, so E4, E5, knight F3, knight C6. Thing you don't want to do in chess, okay, is block your D pawn, right? So where would be a better place to develop your bishop to, Ben? Sorry, Nathaniel.
Bishop C5.
Very good. That's what you should do next time.
That's my king.
So bishop D6, castles, knight F6. Okay. Knight. Oh, Ben, you're here. Awesome. We're going over your game. So Nathaniel, why knight D4 in this position?
I usually play it because when he takes, when he takes with the knight, I take with the pawn, then he has to waste the move
But then your
moving
pawns
his
are
knight,
doubled,
and I can.
right? And they're not so good, right? You get doubled pawns here, right? Which are not so great. Yeah, his knight has to move away. But look at these, right? That's a permanent weakness, right? So in this position, I would probably retreat your bishop so you could play D6 and develop your bishop. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Put that star down. Kind of distracting to probably both of us. Okay. So knight D4, A3, knight takes, queen takes, bishop C5, bishop. Okay. So why B4? Aaron, camera on, please. Thank you. Why B4, Benjamin? Benjamin, unmute yourself, bud. Yeah.
I did it so I could gain space and chase away the bishop.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? Do you think Nathaniel's just gonna leave his bishop hanging out over there and just lose it? Max, camera on. Guys, please don't make me repeatedly tell you to put your cameras on. Thank you. Right? Do you think he's just gonna leave his bishop hanging?
No.
Right? So the thing is, right, when you play B4, you're actually creating some weaknesses on the dark squares. Okay, you're creating some weaknesses on the dark squares. Right? So I think it would actually make more sense. Maybe play something like bishop G5, right? A nice pin. You see how that would make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So bishop D4, bishop D2, D6, queen G3, knight H5, queen F3. Oh, wow. So in this position, you hung a piece, right? So Nathaniel.
Yeah, I know.
Very important.
I saw it.
Right? But here's the thing, right? Let me say a few things, right? One, you made this move very quickly, right? You spent about 14 seconds on it, right? But the second thing is, right? Every single time your opponent makes a move, the first thing you always want to do is ask why he went there. right? So when he plays queen f3, right, the first thing I'm thinking about is, wait a minute. He's attacking my knight, right? So guess what? I need to do something like this, retreat, right? Or maybe play, knight f4. Maybe play even something like g6, right? Something, but guess what? Gotta, right? Gotta save my knight. Okay. So, okay. So, anyway, let's go back to the main room, guys. We're gonna do a little in-game lesson. All right, where's everyone? Where's there? Oh, he should have just stayed in the main other breakout room. All right. Well, while we wait for them, we'll do a puzzle. Oh, they're coming back. No, Camila was with us. You know what? So while we wait, we'll go over another game quickly. Okay? Who else wants to go over a game real quick? All right, Camila, what's your new handle? Unmute yourself, Camila. What's your new handle? Or you could type in your handle if you'd like. Okay, chat. You cannot. Oh, okay. Well, we can't go over your game if I don't know your username. Does anyone else want to go over their game? Matthew, what's your username, bud? Oh, she found it. Okay. So we're gonna go over her game. Let's see. So we'll go over who's Guilty Pillow 63. Anyone here? Max. Matthew. Guys, why do I have to continuously tell you guys? Okay, so Ben, we're actually going to see another game of yours because, okay.
Evan, trying to see where I was in the tournament, like what place I was in. I was trying to check my
No,
settings.
let's just pay attention,
Oh.
okay? Okay. So we're going to look at this game. Okay, so E4, E5, Bishop C4, Knight F6, D3. Okay, this is all really good moves. Bishop G5, Bishop H4, I like it. Keep the pin. Okay, Queen takes H5. So, Ben, what were you thinking about in this position when you played Knight H5? Right, so firstly, right, back here, right, you kind of don't want to play G5, right, because it's going to be hard for your black king to castle now, right? So in this position, what I would actually likely do is retreat the bishop to E7 because then you're breaking the pin. Does that make sense, Benjamin? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? So, but okay, this is actually a little bit risky, but not necessarily so bad, right? But what was going through your mind when you played Knight H5?
I was trying to win the bishop.
Evan, we're all back.
But you got to make sure that it's a nice, safe move, right? So Right. Also, you didn't spend a lot of time on that move. You spent 5 seconds. Right. So if it's a 10-minute game and the average chess game is around 40 moves, right? You should be spending about a good like 45 seconds a move. Okay. So we are going to go ahead now and do a little, as promised, opposition lesson. And we don't have a ton of time. We have about 10 minutes, but I think we could get sort of my message across. So start out, okay? Guys, cameras on, please. Okay, I really don't want to have to tell people to turn on their cameras. Right? It's not for you. It's right. It's for you guys, not for us. Okay. So to start out, guys, what does it mean to have the opposition in a pawn and endgame? What does the opposition mean? Who could give me an answer? Yeah,
Let's see
Camilo.
here. Guys, you can use your, what do you call it? Oh, you're sharing the screen. Never mind. You can raise your hand using the digital raise your hand thing if you want. I don't know why I can't see everybody here.
Well, you just gotta click gallery view.
Yeah, normally, right?
Mason, what does the opposition mean, bud?
I don't know why I don't have that option here.
Mason, what does it mean?
Having distance with your opponent, I think.
Good guess, but not so much. I'll give you guys a hint, right? It only really, well, it happens at other times. But okay, what does the opposition mean? Guys,
Camila, what does opposition mean?
It means when the king has one space.
Excuse me. Hold on one second. Oh, there's more than one person talking at a time. I called on Camila.
guys, we only have 10 minutes, guys. So like before we know it, the time is just gonna go away. Okay, so please. All right, we'll change the settings again. I don't want to have to, right? Because it's actually a lot easier to allow you to unmute yourself, because then it saves time.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Try it
anyway, just because of time, guys, I'm just gonna say, because no one was answering it right away. So the opposition in chess,
Sure.
guys, please stop.
I think someone has noise in their background, maybe. Guys,
Okay.
if you have people in your background, please mute yourself. Please. If you have your parents, your brother, your sister, please.
Okay. So, right, the opposition in chess, or the direct opposition, is a position like this, okay, where the kings are one step apart and it's your opponent's turn. So guess what? If it's black to move here, who has the opposition, white or black?
Max. Max, who has the opposition here, white or black? Are you trying to unmute yourself?
I think white has opposition because if
Okay.
where black moves, white can just make a mirror image of it.
Hold on.
Wait,
Hold on. Right? So if you listen carefully, right, I actually said, okay, the opposition is when there's a square in between the two kings and it's your opponent's turn. Okay? So if it's white's turn in this,
okay.
it's actually black who has the opposition. Okay? So now, in king and pawn endgames, you often want to have the opposition. Okay, so we're going to actually take a look at this position, guys. Okay, white is up a pawn, right? So clearly, white should be winning, right? Now, Camila actually said something very, very smart, which I was actually just about to get to, which is great, right? She said there could also be 3 or 5 squares apart, right? So the truth is, it could actually be any number of odd squares apart between the kings. Okay, so we got this white king on D1. We got this black king on D8, right? So let's count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So guess what? Does white want to keep it at 6 or does he want to change it to 5? Does he want to keep it at 6 or does he want to change it to 5? Yeah.
Who is raising their hand here? Aditya.
You got to unmute yourself, bud.
Yeah, so you want to move it to 5.
Good. So I'll tell you what, where can you move your king to make it so there's 5 squares apart? Aditya. Where should white move his king to?
They should move their king to C2. No, wait a minute. Are you saying black or white?
Right, king C2, right, or king E2, right? Doesn't matter. Okay, good. So I'm gonna go around now, and you guys are gonna trade off moves for white. Nathaniel, where do you want to go now as white? You could unmute yourself, bud. Is it not letting you?
You can't unmute yourself?
I just changed it so
You want to type in chat? It's okay. Just type your answer in chat. By the way, Evan, we have just a couple minutes left.
yeah, I know.
King D3. Nathaniel saying.
Okay, now I fixed it so you guys could unmute yourselves. Max, where should white go now? What?
Are you typing or talking, Nathaniel?
No, Max is third.
Okay.
Oh, Matthew.
King D4.
Okay, good. Matthew, where should white go now? We'll do a part 2.
I think white should do pawn D3.
Okay, hold on. Guys, Matthew and Nathaniel, you're in the same room, obviously.
Yeah, I just
You have to
realized
be in different rooms. Otherwise, when both of you have your mics on, terrible.
that. That's fine. They can just one of them.
Or one of you can mute when the other one is talking. That's the other way to do it.
Yeah, because the other, who's ever speaking, the other one will hear from the other device. So that's fine.
I think you should do pawn D3.
The problem. If you play D3, I'm going to play king D6, and then black actually has the opposition, right? And if black ever gets the opposition, I know the game's going to be a draw. So this, guys, is where I introduced actually the next concept, which is sort of what we call the diagonal opposition, or like clearing the path. Mason, you seem to have another idea. What do you think?
King E5.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's clearing the path.
Right, clearing the path. Good. All right. Adam, what do you think white should do now?
We're at 5 p.m., by the way.
Yeah, no, this is the last answer.
Pawn D4.
Right? And I'm going to save time, guys, just to quickly finish up. Here we go. Here we go. Keep the opposition. And again, we're going to continue doing this next week, right? And the path is clear. Okay. And everyone knows how to win with the king and queen, except for Max. Okay, I'm just kidding. All right. Have a good evening, everyone.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.
Or lucky, I might do another simul tonight.
I did one this morning, which was fun. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, I saw the simul, except I had school.
Assign me. Bye.